There's a science to it. The science is resolution number blank. I don't know what's going on. There's a science to it. It's an art.
Adequate notice of this meeting, as required by the Open Public Meetings Act, was provided through the posting, mailing, and filing of the annual notice of regularly scheduled meetings of the Town Council on December 10th, 2025. The notice was on that day posted on the bulletin board of the municipal building, provided to the Westfield Leader and the Star Ledger, and filed with the clerk of the town of Westfield. Ms. Laushi, may I have a roll call?
Mayor Berman?
Here.
Council members Gilman?
Here.
Domagala?
Here.
Pecker?
Here.
Kiefer?
Here.
Saunders?
Here.
Adwar?
Here.
Armento?
Here.
Megataraman?
Here. Please rise for the invocation, which will be given by Councilman Domagala, and then remain standing for the salute to the flag.
We seek blessings on the tasks before us. Bless our efforts with clear insight, our deliberations with wisdom, our work with clarity and accuracy, and our decisions with our community at top of mind.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you to everyone who's joining us tonight, both here in person and via the live stream on Town's YouTube channel. As always, the replay of the meeting will be available on Facebook, YouTube, and TV 36. Public comment will be accepted in person only. We have a short agenda this evening, and I'll just make a few brief remarks before we begin. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Westfield Police Department for their swift and thorough response to today's incident at Westfield High School involving the threat of a firearm, which was reported at 11:31 a.m. Upon arrival at the school, a search of the entire building and its occupants was conducted by 16 Westfield police officers and detectives with the assistance from Garwood and Fanwood Police Departments, as well as detectives from the Union County Prosecutor's Office and canines from the Union County Sheriff's Office. No weapon or any other threat was located, and the lockdown was lifted at approximately 2:49 p.m. We are very grateful for this outcome, and the source of the threat remains under investigation by detectives from the Westfield Police Department's Juvenile Bureau. Anyone with information is asked to contact the police. As a parent of 2 school-aged children, I know how upsetting these incidents can be. Thank you to the Westfield Public Schools for their partnership to ensure that all appropriate public safety protocols were followed, and special thanks to the students, staff, and faculty at Westfield High School, as well as all parents of the high school students for their patience and cooperation as this situation was brought to a safe resolution. I am pleased to report that the town's 4th round affordable housing plan, which was adopted by the previous town council in December, was formally approved yesterday by the program judge. As a result, we will introduce the related ordinances at our February 24th meeting in anticipation of our mid-March compliance deadline. We have some exciting upcoming events coming up with full details and registration on the town website. The DWC's Downtown Chocolate Tour is underway through February 15th. Participants can enjoy chocolate-inspired treats, gifts, and Valentine's specials at participating businesses. Lifelong Westfield will host its monthly lunch club for local seniors tomorrow at Lamani from 12 o'clock to 1:30. And for everyone thinking about summertime, registration for summer playground camp and the renewal period for the Westfield Memorial Pool are now open on Civic Rec. Submissions are now being accepted for this year's Westfield Veterans Banner Program, which recognizes our veterans and active duty military personnel. These banners are displayed throughout downtown Westfield annually from Memorial Day through Veterans Day, in a partnership between the town and the Westfield Veterans Fund, which is a locally established 501c3 organization. The submission deadline is March 31st. For additional details and application or to make a donation, please visit the town's website. Tonight's agenda is brief, and I'll just take a few moments to highlight a few key items. From the Finance Policy Committee, we have a resolution to approve the 2026 sewer fees. I'm pleased to report that the committee is recommending no increase for the second consecutive year. We also have resolutions authorizing the 2026 FMBA and CWA employees' salaries retroactively effective to January 1st, following the approval of the newly settled contracts. From the Code Review and Town Property Committee, we have an ordinance on first reading tonight to designate the property at 625 Westfield Avenue as a historic landmark. I'd like to thank the O'Gara family, the homeowners of this property, who reached out to the town requesting this designation. The designation report for the property, which was prepared by the town's historic preservation officer, indicates that this home was built circa 1908 and embodies the free classic style characteristic of the unique quality homes of the very early 20th century within Westfield. If adopted, this will be the 18th property designated as a historic landmark in Westfield in recent years. And lastly, we will also conduct a required public hearing tonight regarding Westfield's Phase 1 Watershed Inventory Report, commonly known as the New Jersey Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System Report. This report must be filed with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection in order to obtain the required permit regulating how municipalities design, collect, and maintain their stormwater and their stormwater systems. This Phase 1 report is posted in the Stormwater Resource Center of our town website, and updated reporting will continue with subsequent phases later this year and in 2027. Let's begin. Mr. Gilday.
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. Let's talk about a lot of acronyms again. Again, you mentioned that we have our Phase 1 MS4 report. It was filed by January 1st of this year. Our town engineer, Mike McNell, is here. He and his staff have been working on this along with our consultant engineering firm, Remington Bernick. As we said, this is really almost a little over 2-year process. So I have this information here. What we're going to do now is we're going to conduct a public hearing for those that might want to come to the microphone and speak about it, but at least we're going to allow that to happen tonight. Before we do that, Mike and I have been working on with our third-party engineer, and there's some information we have to read into the record here, and then we'll open it up for any comments the public may have. If not, that will conclude this tonight. We'll have another meeting sometime in June or July, and then Mike's office is working on a lot of information internally. We have a very well-developed GIS system internally for Westfield, which is very good. And our staff is out collecting data on infrastructure we have in place, and we'll have mapping that'll be added to the plan that is already on the website. So let's go through quickly. So the town of Westfield and all New Jersey municipalities are permitted to manage and treat municipal stormwater under what is known as the NJMS4, we talked about, Municipal Separate Storm Sewer Systems, MS4 permits, including but not limited to stormwater system design, collection, treatment, infrastructure, and maintenance activities required per its permit. And every town has the same MS4 permit that's required. To meet our permit obligations, Westfield, along with all municipalities, were required to prepare and file its MS4 report, also known as a Watershed Inventory Report, with the NJDEP, that's the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, lots of acronyms. The interim draft report on this Phase 1 assessment was completed with the assistance of Remington Vernick, our consultant engineering firm, also paid for partially through grant funds. We actually got awarded. Many towns were able to apply for grant funds. We got a $25,000 grant to go towards this project, which paid for the majority of this report to be done. And that report was filed prior to January 1st, 2026, which is the regulatory deadline for this report. So as the mayor mentioned, our report is on our Stormwater Resource Center on our website. You can also see past reports there. Other information is there as well. But this report was up there as of January 1st. So the current draft report will be modified to include additional stormwater infrastructure data, which is currently being compiled by the engineering staff. And we'll also wait for any comments from the NJDP they may have, or any comments the public or staff may have that would change that report. So as part of this permit process, 2 semi-annual public meetings are required to make public aware and to solicit questions or comments regarding the report, and to expect to hold another hearing, as we said, mid-year this year. So questions or comments about the report can be, of course, sent to the engineering office or our third-party engineering office, which will be on our website. Our assigned engineer is Terrence Voigt. How do you pronounce the last name? Voigt? Vogt. Okay, Voigt. Vogt. vote, okay. Terry, I know him as Terry. So, his information will be on the website, his email will be on the website. And then, lastly, 2 future additional phases of WIP reporting will be required. So the Phase 2 watershed assessment report is due by January 1st, 2027. And the Phase 3 watershed improvement plan report is due December 31st, 2027. And additional information on both reports will be forwarded to us by NJDEP, which will guide Mike and his staff in the town on the next steps. And the last thing to mention here, besides the stuff that's required for the record here, is that this is our stormwater system. We have 2 sewer systems in town, stormwater and sanitary. So stormwater, as you know, is the one that we get a lot of complaints about during a heavy rain. So this is actually a perfect time for us to be going through this, updating this plan, identifying areas, some we already know about, others we might actually be revealed in the process, and then come up with a plan of how we're going to address them going forward, and identifying these things as part of this plan, where things are, and so forth. So this is, again, an excellent process. We've been through it before many years ago, and I want to thank Mike and his staff for doing all the work so far, and a lot more to come. So I guess we'll open it now, Mayor, to anyone in the public here that might have any public comments, can come to the microphone, and we'll see if anyone rushes to the microphone.
Seeing there's no comments, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Town Clerk. And again, just thank you for having this opportunity tonight. And then we'll be back mid-year to have another hearing on this, and we'll have more information. The residents should go to our Stormwater Resource Center on our website. A lot of information there to see, and also some things you can learn about how to take care of your own stormwater around your home. So thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Jim. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the Town Council Conference, executive and regular meetings of January 27th, 2026? Motion by Councilman Pecker, second.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Gilman. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Now it's time for open discussion by citizens. Anyone may come up to the microphone and speak to the council on any subject on which the council has jurisdiction. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 5 minutes.
I'm just presenting the things, so we're going to do that now for the ordinance, for the designation.
This is ordinance introduction to the public hearing, not till the next meeting. So you can just talk about
Oh, okay.
just supporting it, that's all.
All right, great. Good evening, Mayor Berman and members of the Town's Council. Do I need to get sworn in? Okay,
Nope.
great. On behalf of the Historic Preservation Commission, it is my very great privilege this evening to present 625 Westfield Avenue as a designated historic landmark. As Mayor Berman noted, the house was built in 1908 for Minoru Tanaka, who was an early importer of Japanese porcelain. It is in largely original condition, and we are very grateful to the homeowners, David Gordon and Kathy O'Gara, for submitting it for historic designation. And a full nomination report can be found on our the HPC webpage. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hearing no further comments, I close this portion of the meeting and move to bills and claims. Councilman Venkataraman.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to move bills and claims in the amount of $551,392.38.
May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Damagala. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yep.
Yes. Opposed? The motion is carried. Next on the agenda is reports of standing committees, beginning with Finance Policy. Councilman Venkataraman.
Thank you, Mayor. I have 11 resolutions, 10 of which I would like to move as a package. Resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw a warrant for dog licenses for January 2026. 2, a resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to refund the Police Department fees. 3, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to refund Recreation Department fees. 4, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw warrants for participant payment to the Westwood for the annual Me and My Gal Dance. 5, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw warrants for overpaid taxes. 6, resolution to approve 2026 sewer fees. 7, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to sign biweekly warrants for the 2026 FMBA employee salaries retroactively effective to January 1st, 2026. 8, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to sign biweekly warrants for the CWA employee salaries retroactively effective to January 1st, 2026. 9, resolution authorizing the chief financial officer to issue warrants for special district taxes. And 10, resolution authorizing the chief financial officer to issue warrants for Union County taxes and open space taxes.
May I have a second? Second by Councilwoman Adwar. Any discussion? All in favor? Yes. Opposed? The motion is carried.
I would also like to move a resolution authorizing the chief financial officer to make a budget transfer.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Saunders. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Gilman,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Becker,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yep.
Saunders,
Yes.
Adwar,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Venkataraman,
Yep.
Mayor Berman.
Yes, the motion has carried. Councilman Pecker, please move the code review and town property ordinance.
I would like to move General Ordinance Number 2026-03 on the first reading, an ordinance designating 625 Westfield Avenue, shown on the tax maps as Block 4201, Lot 35, as a historic landmark and modifying the zoning map.
May I have a second?
Yes.
Seconded by Councilman Venkataraman. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Gilman,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Becker,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Adwar,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Venkataraman,
Yep.
Mayor Berman.
Yes, the motion has carried. Councilwoman Adwar, please move the Public Works Committee resolution.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to move a resolution to amend the contract for the 2025 leaf collection program.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilman Domagala, second? Second by Councilman Saunders. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.